guys, welcome back to my channel. It's SpringRae. I have been gone for way too long, but let's just hop right into it. What brought me back onto YouTube after so many months away? I've been gone since I think early May, June, July, and I think this might be good for me. Um, Talk more about that later. But how did I come back? Why did I come back? It's for Black Swan came out. I know you guys are probably expecting me to say XG. More of that later. Black Swan came out with a video today, and I was so impressed that I was like, yep, I'm gonna react to that one. So I'm reacting to Black Swan's roll up. I'll be honest, like the beat for me, for some reason, I think I need to listen to it a couple more times to truly get the flow of the song. But I watched it earlier this morning and I was like, okay, Black Swan, I see you. It can be done. It can be done. Um, Girls of color, women of color, it can be done. You can do K-pop and you can do it well. But they did such a great job to start off. Um, when I first started watching it and I saw like the Western theme, I was like, this is giving me almost Youngie vibes, Suga and his song with Psy. That's what it was giving. When I first saw them show up on the screen, I was like, huh, what's this song called again, y'all? That, that, I like it. I haven't listened to that in a long time, but that was a good song too. And it made me think about like all these songs like with the Western themes in K-pop. If you could, someone's probably done this, mash them together. That would be awesome. Anyway, going back to Black Swan, first thing, love their outfits. I was thrilled by Neve. I had seen her, on Instagram having the blonde hair, and I would say Neve, I hope I'm saying her name right. We have similar skin tones, I would say. And I was just like, oh, like for me, I was just like, the blonde hair is going to kind of like wash her out more. But it worked in the music video. She looked great. And I felt like she was just giving the whole time. Like, girl did not stop with her energy. She was giving the energy. And I feel like she was, I don't know what it was, but I feel like she was highlighted in this music video compared to some of the other ones. I know they haven't had too many. So, which I'm hoping that they come out with more, a little bit more often. But I felt like she was highlighted in Roll Up, which was great. Some of the things, like she was giving Beyonce, they all gave Beyonce vibes through the whole video, but she was giving it, giving it. And one of the scenes I liked, like just her facial expressions, she was working really well with the camera. When the camera zoomed in, she was on it. And then there was the one scene I wasn't expecting for her to have the like whip. She was working the whip very well. So great job, Neve. Neve. She was doing really good. Next, Fatu, she came with, Fatu's always going to give us a little bit of rap, a little bit, just a little bit, and show how to do it the right way and how it can come out the right way when you truly know how to rap. And it doesn't seem forced. Her raps flow. And when, she has her close ups with the camera, it's like natural. You can just tell it's natural for her. It's not forced. I think sometimes in K-pop you have rappers where you can tell it's like they've practiced it so much that it seems like forced lyrics. It's like not natural to them. But I thought Fatu, she did great, looked beautiful. All of them when they first came into the bar, and I did notice the second time I watched, the bar is called Black Swan Bar. I thought that was cute. And that sounds like kind of like a name that you would hear out in just the middle of nowhere, a bar with that name. It worked. Their earrings. I noticed their earrings. So I can't remember Fatu's earrings. They were really pretty. And then Gabby had card earrings, which I thought was cute. And then Syria, if I'm saying her name right, Syria, she had what does she have on her earrings? They each had different types of earrings. I know that much. That's why I said I gotta watch it again because there are tiny details that if you weren't paying attention truly, and the first time I watched this, I was trying to get ready for work, so my attention, I was just waking up, so my attention wasn't like fully there. But you missed bits and pieces because I caught the earrings on my second watch. I caught the bar name, I think, on my second watch. Um, so there was different things I was picking up. And I noticed Gabby, like she had the card earrings. And at one point in the video, she was like, spilling out the cards during the video, which I thought that was the cool part. Um, they were definitely giving. Let me talk more about Soraya. She did amazing too. I feel like energy level wise, and I don't have any favorites from this group at all. No favorites. Some groups I have favorites. This one, no. And it's because like I don't see them enough to really even know who I would consider a bias or favorite group member. I like them all equally, but energy level and who I felt like got more camera time, I felt like it went Nave, then um, Surya, and then Fatu, and then Gabby. That was the one thing that kind of concerned me. I felt like I saw Fatu enough, like there were enough close-ups of her and her singing. I felt like Gabby, for some reason, to me, she was in the music video, but I felt like she needed to be seen a little bit more. And a little bit more like singing. And so I don't know. This could be just a song where she just didn't have as many singing parts in this one particular one because she was definitely highlighted in like Karma. I remember her being highlighted really well in that one. So that was one thing I noticed. And like she usually can give energy if you give her the time. So just needed her presence. It's not that she wasn't giving energy. It's just that like I feel like they needed more shots of her to even out the music video, and maybe a little more Fatu because she always does like the rap part, but I don't know, maybe she was in it for a good amount. But Soraya, her sorry, my pets are fighting right now out of the corner of my eye. Soraya, she was also giving her hair. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. She always looks so beautiful. Um, and one of the things I noticed, and I don't know why it stuck out when I saw like her dress. I feel like they all had on the same red dress. But I noticed this music video was giving like from again different people's music videos. It reminded me of them. So of course, Beyonce had her whole Western album, so it definitely reminded me of Beyonce. Their outfits, they were giving us some roles and some hip action. Not too much, just a little bit. And then there was the march at the end. I'm coming back to the dress that Soraya had on. The march at the end, it was reminiscent of Beyonce's Run the World song. That's what it kind of reminded me of that. And then also when they were doing that outside scene, it was a little different because I was trying to place, like, I was just like, this reminds me of something. What does it remind me of? It reminds me of Fifth Harmony. They had the work song, You Ain't Gotta Go to Work. You ain't gotta go to work. I'm singing in a lower tone because I can't sing the high ones. You ain't gotta go to work. That song. That's what it reminded me of a little bit there. Going back to the red outfits, that reminded me of Nyan, her Nyan. It reminded me of her ABCD song. She was in the red dress at one part. It looked very similar to that dress to me, what they had in the roll-up video. But I think overall, like the video again was very Beyonce-esque, I would say. And I thought that they executed it very well. I thought the beat was great. I can see this definitely being a catchy tune. The theme now is, you launch your music video, especially with K-pop, launch a music video, and then hopefully you have a song that's a catchy, trendy song that you can dance to. Because if it goes over to TikTok, becomes a whole dance trend, then it's going to blow up even more because you'll have this, people who aren't on YouTube, they might see somebody doing the dance on TikTok and that's going to bring them over to YouTube to watch the video even more. So I think this is one of those songs that can definitely do that. Um, what else? What else? What else? I think that their singing sounded amazing. I'd love to hear them more. I'd love to hear more of their vocals, Gabby's vocal, all of their vocals, really. But I think they mesh well as a group together. And I think one of the things I always highlight with Black Swan is that this is very inspiring to people who don't necessarily look like what people usually think of K-pop. This allows other people to say, "Oh, well, this is something that I can also do, even if I don't look Korean. I can still be involved in K-pop because at the end of the day, it's about respecting the layout of the artistry, but still making it your own. You don't have to be cookie cutter the same as anyone else because then you're not going to be your authentic self, right? And then what's the point? You don't want to be a carbon copy of somebody else. Very important. Very important. Um, I say it's very important because I can't remember her name. I don't, let me not even like just in general, um, it can be very heavily influenced, especially if you're in the K-pop industry, again, to look a certain way. And I'm hoping that within, 10, 15 years, maybe even 20, because it's 2024 and people still have issues, that the look factor will die down because until the look factor dies down, the quality of music specifically in K-pop, is going to suffer because right now we're at the what's the word? Like peak level of looks to where quality singing has just gone out the window. Gone out the window. Yes. Yes, arm flub. Gone out the window. Yes. And we got to get back to, originality, um and people who can actually sing. Yes, and dance. It's okay that they can dance and perform, but if they can't sing, I don't know. I don't know. And maybe it is a little, I will say it's a little different K-pop from like Western artists because K-pop is including other pieces. Like it does include um the variety shows, sketches. So you have to be like a performer, singer, dancer, host sometimes, like all packed into one. I get that. But when you're selling tickets for a concert, you best believe your ass better be able to sing, carry a note, tune something. Don't get up on a stage making people pay these Ticketmaster prices and you don't know how to sing. I'm sorry, that's no excuse because your job, and I've heard other people say this in other videos. I'm keeping it generalized though. Your job as a K-pop idol is going to learn to dance, sing, act a little bit. Like literally that is your job. That is what you spend time learning day to day. So if you get up on stage and you can't sing, what have you been doing all this time? That would be my question. I think that's a fair question to ask. So yes, I went off on a little tangent, um, but it's because I watched a documentary, hint hint, not too long ago, and I kind of was questioning some of the things in that documentary. But anyway, well done, Black Swan. Let's give it up for them. I hope that they do get some numbers with the song. I think that they are always, held to, I don't know if you call it held to a higher standard, but because, there's no Korean member, I feel like they have to push through that barrier a little bit. But I think that makes them want it even more. So it's good. It's a good challenge for them. And I think that they are succeeding with it. So If you haven't checked out Roll Up, go check it out. It's really good. And for those of y'all who thought I forgot about XG, I haven't. I haven't. In fact, I'm going to make one more video to talk about XG's Something Ain't Right. So watch that one right after this one. Bye.